Good morning, everyone. Getting ready to go down and record what I very much hope will be the last service we record on a Friday morning for a while, as we go back down to church and as we return to church, hopefully next Sunday, the 23rd of August. And we're looking forward to that, and there'll be information coming out early next week about how we're going to return to church. And elders either should have or will be in touch with you over the next little while, just to see how you're feeling about coming back to church. We're looking forward to it, and we're going to try our best to accommodate everybody, whether you are able to come out or whether you're staying at home. We're going to try and accommodate you and include you within the worship life of Ballygraney as the weeks and months go on. We're continuing to look this morning at Psalm 40, a special psalm, a really special psalm. And yesterday we had a look back at God's grace and mercy to us, how we waited patiently for Him and He turned to us and heard His cry. And then looking up to worship and to bless the Lord our God as we see what He has done for us. We're focusing on the middle part of the psalm, verses 6 to 10 this morning, but I'm going to read the whole thing again. I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and heard my cry. He drew me up from the pit of destruction, out of the miry bog, and set my feet upon a rock, making my steps secure. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Blessed is the man who makes the Lord his trust, who does not turn to the proud, to those who go astray after a lie. You have multiplied, O Lord my God, your wondrous deeds and your thoughts towards us. None can compare with you. I will proclaim and tell of them, yet they are more than can be told. In sacrifice and offering you have not delighted, but you have given me an open ear. Burnt offering and sin offering you have not required. Then I said, Behold, I have come. In the scroll of the book it is written of me. I delight to do your will, O my God. Your law is within my heart. I have told the glad news of deliverance in the great congregation. Behold, I have not restrained my lips, as you know, O Lord. I have not hidden your deliverance within my heart. I have spoken of your faithfulness and your salvation. I have not concealed your steadfast love and your faithfulness from the great congregation. As for you, O Lord, you will not restrain your mercy from me. Your steadfast love and your faithfulness will ever preserve me. For evils have encompassed me beyond number. My iniquities have overtaken me, and I cannot see. They are more than the hairs of my head. My heart fails me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let those be put to shame and disappointed altogether who seek to snatch away my life. Let those be turned back and brought to dishonour who delight in my hurt. Let those be appalled because of their shame who say to me, Aha, aha. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say continually, Great is the Lord. As for me, I am poor and needy, but the Lord takes thought for me. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O God. Changing attitude as we come to the middle section of the psalm, beginning at verse 6. And from looking back at what God has done for us in the past and looking up to Him in worship, now we look within. And as we look within, we see the change that God brings about in our lives, and in particular in our attitude towards worship and service to Him. The days of meaningless religious ritual for David are in the past, because he has personal experience of the God who works in his life. The regular routine of festivals and Sabbath worship is no mere dry duty to him. It is something that he delights in, that he loves, that he can't wait for. To put it in our context, perhaps, it's no more going to church because I have to, because my family do it, because that's what we do, and it's just part of our routine, like going to the shops. No, it's a delight, it's a desire within his heart to be back with God's people, to return to worship again. And I hope that for some of you at least, you're beginning to feel that. You're beginning to feel that desire return within you, and that delight at the prospect of gathering together in worship. But even more than that, gathering together aspect of it, it's a delight, the psalmist says, to do God's will. A joy in serving God wherever we are and whatever we're doing. A delight to just know that we are serving Him and seeking His will in the world. That there's no holding back from Him, no desire to hold back, that we want to give Him everything. I guess a little bit like the person training for sport. It's very difficult at times to get up early in the morning or to go to the practice session or whatever, knowing that yes, the award will be great. But people who love their sport, who love their activity, make those sacrifices willingly, joyfully. And that's what the psalmist is talking about here. Willingly, joyfully making sacrifices in service for God, because there is joy in that. And that does result in a change in activity. As we look out and as we tell others and we speak out about God's great love for us, as we testify to His love and what it has meant to us, how it has lifted us, how it has saved us, testifying to His love and faithfulness, even when we were sinking in the pit, and He lifted us up and He brought us through. So even in tough times, even in the hardest of times, in the most difficult situations, even in the times whenever the future is uncertain and when things haven't gone the way we wanted them to, God's faithfulness remains certain and sure. God can be trusted to lift us out of the pit, lift us out of the clay, and give us a firm place to stand, give us something solid to base our hopes and our expectations on. And that solid thing ultimately is Him. These verses are also, verses 6 to 10, are also a picture of Jesus. In fact, the writer of Hebrews uses exactly this passage as he puts these words in Jesus' mouth. It's Jesus who above all delights to do the will of the Father, never ceased delighting to do the will of the Father, to the very end, to the ultimate sacrifice of the cross. Jesus was committed and delighted to do the will of His Father, and He declared in word and deed to all those who would listen the love of the Father for us. What amazing love is ours in Christ. What amazing love He shows us, what amazing love He declares to us. Trust in that love today and delight in Him. God bless.